Hey everyone, welcome back. How's everyone? Me? I'm alright. Doing a video. Some really, actually, yeah, how this has all turned out is actually pretty cool. And I'm still working on it, but I don't really know where to start. I feel pretty disorganized, but just literally bear with this video because what I'm going to show you, I think I'm, outstanding. So what I'll do first of all, you saw the post, the luminous green paint. Yeah, so I'm going to pre-warn you, I will have to put my hand into the view of the camera. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to, just because I need to show you some stuff. The horrible bit's kind of covered up, so if you are a bit squeamish and you don't want to see wounds, don't watch the video. Like I said, I'm not monetized, so it really doesn't matter if you do or don't. I'd prefer you to watch because, like I said, what I'm going to show you is really cool, and you can just see just behind the Network Southeast logo, which I picked up for 48 quid. It's a bit beat up. It's got some steps missing. The bumpers, the buffers on the rear are missing. But you know what? I can 3D print them, so not a problem. But yeah, £48 for that logo. Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. As I said, I'm not the biggest Hornby fan on the planet, but there you go. But it's all right. So we're going to start off with this. I put it in view. I'll try it if I remember to put the link, because this is a perfect colour, absolute perfect, and it went on really well, really well. Let me just, like I said, I'm going to try and keep the wound out from view if I can, but it's King's Army Industrial Paint, quick drying. It is really quick drying actually. Dark Army Green is what you want. That's the number. I will take it out of view in a minute, but a really good paint for British Army vehicles, really good. So just bear with me 1 second. So just literally just moved it out of, excuse the noise, just moved it a little bit out of view. Like I said, stay tuned people, stay tuned. Graham from Wood Hill Park, how you doing my man? Are you all right? Right, you're gonna love this, Graham. Just quick note, those pallets I sent you, they're actually breeze blocks. I thought they would come in handy for your cement work, so. But yeah, they can be ammo boxes if you want them to be ammo boxes. It's absolutely fine. But they're actually concrete blocks. They came out really well, but just thought I'd let you know that, Graham. But yeah, please watch, because this is what I've come up with. And as I said, I will try and keep my hand out of the camera view. I don't like showing my disabilities. Right. 2 buffer holes at the front. Now, like I said, I do feel pretty, it's not glued together or anything like that. I'm just going to straighten up a bit. So I've come up with a flat wagon. I'm not sure, I will move the camera in a second, or I'll move the bogies in a minute. I think, if I'm not mistaken, these are actually, because it's a mishmash of parts that I've put together, resized and everything else. And yeah, the price of this compared to obviously the price of those ones, yeah, okay, even if you put the paint, the wheels on and everything else, it's still 10% cheaper than that stuff over there. But this is what I've come up with. So you got your flatbed, obviously you got a wooden deck and bogies. Just here you got your NEM pocket, which you're gonna have to glue on, and it'll come with, this is the kit it'll come with, so 2 of those, and it'll come with 4 little buffers. You will have to drill out those holes. So if you just bear with me a second, as I said, I will try and keep my hands off the view, because I know not everybody wants to see it, because I've been told that in the past. I'm just going to take the vehicles off, just so you can see basically what I've come up with. So you got your NEM pockets, you got your buffers, and then I've kept this separate, which is just basically a wood effect. Nearly swore then. Knocking my stuff on the floor. Got a wooden deck. Obviously just a flimsy split thing that will just, so you can paint it separate basically and then glue it onto the actual flat itself. So you've got that, and as I said, then you've got your actual chassis, very sturdy. It's even got obviously some air tanks at the bottom. The only thing I've got to figure out at the moment is how to attach the bogies to that chassis. I'm thinking a really small M-type sort of flathead bolt that will just, again, will self-tap. And obviously I've done the NEM pockets, and you'll just have to see that the hole that's just on the right-hand side, you'll basically, if you sand that down a little bit and obviously make it so it's flush, and then that will just glue, you know, just put a bit of super glue, and then you can put your NEM pocket in there. Obviously bogies just there, you got 10.5mm wheels, because, you know, the thing I wanted to do was obviously keep the height of the, you know, the height of the flatbed itself down, because obviously I don't want it too high because it'll start, you know, having bridge strikes going around your layout. So yeah, you'll have your two bogies. You'll have to supply the wheels, 10.5mm. I do suggest actually plastic ones, to be honest, because there'll be less wearing, because filament it can be quite soft, you know. So, you know, it's obviously better to use plastic wheels, in my opinion. Obviously I've got metal ones on there because that's just what I've got. But yeah, they fit in there nicely. So there's two bogies, you'll get two NEM pockets and 4 of the buffers, obviously your chassis bit and the deck that goes on top. And that's what I've come up with. So what I'm going to intend to do is send a few to Graham at Woodhill Park, and hopefully he can figure out, I'm sure that a small M2 nut or something like that will just basically fit through. Obviously there's holes in there, you can just see it there. There's a whole central as well, which will just hopefully just self tap into those holes, you know, where the bars are, you know. So yeah, hopefully it'll have to be a plastic pin of some sort. So that's the only thing that I haven't managed to actually figure out, but I can't see it being too much of a problem with just putting a small, you know, small but longish nut or bolt, even not nut, a longish sort of nut, and I think an M2 or something like that will be fine. But I don't know. But now obviously you've got your bits, your knobbly bits on the side where you can just hook a chain, and you know, again, I really don't like doing this with my hands, but hey ho. But you know, you can put it on there and obviously get a chain just glued front and back, because obviously these vehicles were chained down. So I don't really want to sort of waffle on too much, but I just wanted to show you that's the first thing. I am going to have to put my hand in the camera now, unfortunately. I really do apologise. Like I said, I don't like showing it, but obviously, you know, it's been a lot of playing around of how to get the best angles and everything else. This is a and I know Graham sent me a picture, and he said that they were scimitar or scorpions on that train by Boxbourne, I think you call it, Graham, Brawl, I don't know, I can't pronounce it, but yeah, basically Woodhill Park, there's an actual real life picture of a military train passing the station that obviously Woodhill Park is basing his layout on, and I think they were these, Graham. I wish I could show the picture. I wish Graham could, but obviously it's copywritten and I don't think we're allowed to do that. But these are Warriors, FV 510s. It came out really neat. Obviously it was trying to obviously get the angle, because I printed it like that basically. Let me just push it back a little bit. I printed it back like that, so minimise obviously where the supports go, and obviously any sort of ghosting. And I think I've got a nice happy medium between, you know, there is some really faint lines, but when you'll see in a minute, the ones that I painted, they're on the flatbed, just literally just behind the loco. If I take the thing, you just literally can't see the, you know, once you've sprayed them up with this paint, you can't see it at all. But the supports are like, you know, and bear in mind, you know, my physical situation, but, you know, they literally just come off, you know. I try and wiggle it a little bit before I take it off, because obviously you got, you know, between the wheels, these little, which are a bit of a pain to, you know, as some people have said, to get out. But, you know, you just got to give them a wiggle. I'm not going to break it off now because I don't want to basically catch my hand in any way, shape or form, because it's still, you know, it's still open, like, you know, but they do break off pretty easy, like, you know. The only thing you've got to be careful of, and if I can find one, which I did have one here prepared. Oh, there it is. Just bear with me 1 second. That, you know, sometimes if you're not careful, let me just push it back a bit so you can see the barrel comes off. So, you know, you do have to be a bit mindful of that. And trying to do this on camera as well. Don't want to embarrass myself. So, but yeah, they do come off the way they are. They come off pretty easy, like, you know. I mean, like I say, I'm, you know, pretty lack of fingers and all that, but they do come off really easily. And then obviously all you got to do. I was thinking about getting a well, my missus got one actually, but I don't know whether I should take it or not. But it's just getting the little bits from it in between the wheel. But yeah, Warrior. This must have been a later edition, obviously, once I got out the army, because they never had the, you know, those guided missile on top, you know, so it must have been an extra or whatever. But yeah, it's a really good likeness. Obviously a 30mm cannon, and just see that knobbly little bit there, that's the chain gun. And, you know, the details, all the, you know, the towing cables and the headlights and all that, and, you know, all the boxes. And what I'll do, I'm going to stop waffling because I'm babbling now. I'm going to bring the train a little bit forward. I'm just going to, still here, just bear with me a second, but hopefully if I can, I don't think one of those wheels is quite sitting on the track properly actually, but I just want to, yeah, give you a better look. Just bear with me 1 second, because yeah, that wheel's. So yeah, look, that's obviously with that paint that I showed you at the beginning. If you use that number, that I think it's dark green. I'm just going to turn the can around. It's just, I'm sure it says dark green. And yeah, the number's on there. Yeah, dark army green is what it's called. And the first two there, you can see, are the Warriors. And let's just take one off, just to give you a better look. Oh, really, absolutely cool. And yeah, you see all the kit there, you know, on the left side, sleeping bag and everything else. So it's got some details to pick out, but you know, and the sort of, I weathered them a little bit, and basically I just covered it, dust and wiped it off with a wet wipe, because when you go through a wash down, you always get that, you know, that once they've dried, that sort of dusty residue left on the actual tank itself or the army vehicle. So it's, yeah, pretty lifelike really. Let me just pop that back on. So I do apologise for the rubbishness of of everything. But yeah, so we got the Warrior. Obviously I've sprayed up quite a few, and then there's Scorpion. Well, that's actually scimitar because the barrel's pretty much sized as a 30mm, so it's actually, you know, scimitar. What I intend to do, once again, fingers in the camera, but you'll have to live with it, is the ones that I've snapped, like on here, snap the barrel, I'm going to put a bit of plastic over the top, so it's a little bit thicker, so it actually looks like a Scorpion, because the barrel on there is not, it's not the size of a Scorpion, it's more the size of a scimitar, you know, and it looks like a 30mm as well. So yeah, I'm just going to put a tube of plastic over the top, and we'll do it like that. Good old Hornby. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to stop it there a minute, just so we can move on. So just behind that, you got your Warriors, just to the right here. So you got two Warriors, then you got Scimitar, which is basically the same as a Scorpion. Everything's the same, it's just the gun caliber is different. You know, one's 30mm, one's 76mm. Behind that, behind the Scimitar, you got a Striker, which is also rather neat. It's literally just a miniature version of how it was in 1980s. And behind Striker, I'm not going to get it off. It's just a pain to put it back on for me. Behind there, you've got Sultan. You've got two Sultans, which I've done. One, again, the machine gun broke off, but they wouldn't actually be on the train, you know, for travelling anyway. They wouldn't leave you a GPMG on there for travelling anyways, but hopefully just you can see this one I've left on, and this one's the one that broke off. But again, weathered it and then wiped it over with a wet wipe, so it's left that some of that, you know, here on the wheels and stuff, you know, all the crevices, just that stuff from exercise. And then behind there you got some the 432s, which again I've painted up. So what I'm going to have to do now, if I can just turn the camera, is these ones I'm going to respray them the same as this one, because they're kind of close, but these are literally perfect colour, you know, and it's exactly how they was in the 80s and 90s. So yeah, I really chuffed on how they came out. Really impressed. So let's try and give this a bit of a whirl, shall we? It's actually quite a heavy train now, because we got a number of vehicles on there. Hopefully I can turn it. I'm just going to move my bits and pieces out of the way so you can get a good look at the under that. Network South is located. It won't go with this. It's just that I just wanted, because it's just arrived, so I just wanted to yeah, just make sure it's working and everything. But yeah, not bad for 48 quid. No complaints. Wayne from Dugma Junction, he did something to these. I remember when they first thinking there was some, put some more pickups or something in there. It's like a really old video, but I remember him doing it. Gonna have to go and check it out and have another watch. Not that I could do anything anyway, given my physical situation. But yeah, like I said, for 48 quid. Once it's sort of like, you know, the speed like that, it's not jolting or anything, and yeah, it runs perfectly fine. But it is quite a heavy train, this one altogether, so I can see why it's struggling. But yeah, I'm gonna go over this back half of this train. I'm gonna go over it again and give them another spray up. So that's really all I wanted to sort of show you today. Is just, yeah, just like how cool is that, really. So I have been busy. I've not been sat on my arse all day doing nothing. But yeah, how cool is that? Yeah, and I like the flatbed. So what I'm going to probably do is going to get some to Woodhill Park, to Graham, so he can act as my fingers, because I know he's kind of keen to get a military train together, and I don't know how I'm actually going to sell them, because obviously I've got not doing it on eBay anymore, so I don't really know how to go about it. I know obviously Stephen at Ponder's End on YouTube, he's offered to do something with the website, so I really don't know. Yeah, as soon as it slows down, it starts jolting. So we'll see anyway. We'll get something figured out. But you know, if you really want any of the vehicles that you see today, you know, the 432 there, or the Sultans, or the Striker, or the Scorpion, or the Warrior, or even the flatbed. Like I said, there is a little bit of work to do with the flatbed, and you know, you can see when they initially you take all the supports off, you can see, you know, some small lines and stuff, but you know, once you painted it, like, you know, the ones just behind the logo, you just, yeah, they're not there. And even more so once you weathered them up, you know, just a bit of dust, use a wet wipe, wipe it over, because that residue is exactly like it is when it comes, you know, a vehicle comes off exercise or whatever. So I'm just going to have to sort out this back off and respray them again. So there you go. So that's all I really wanted to update you today with. Is, yeah, you just have to message me in the comments, and we'll have to get in contact somehow, and just have to let me know. I think, like I said, I don't do this for profit. I just do it to enhance my skills, and now, you know, I found good angles on how to print them. I've learned actually a lot of stuff just recently on the whole 3D printing, so it's good. So yeah, don't stall, and yeah, that's all I really wanted to say today. So just really nice, happy days. So I'm just going to stop it there. And yeah, that's the, yeah, what do you think? It's just, yeah, I'm obviously chuffed, so I'm just gonna, yeah, stop waffling. I've showed you what I needed to show you. Like I said, I'm not out of the woods with my hand yet, far from it. So yeah, I just hope I don't have any further complications. So yeah, we'll leave it there. I'll see you next time with some more crazy ideas, I'm sure. Look after yourselves. Take care. Bye now.